One of the most delicious, colorful, and healthy berries is the cherry. We always look forward to summer to enjoy this favorite treat. In this video, we will look at the beneficial and harmful properties of this product. You will also learn about the benefits of cherry leaves and seeds, and compare the health benefits of cherries and cherries. Please watch the video to the end. Distinguished by its sweet taste, cherries attract not only children but also adults. This berry is rich in antioxidant vitamins and minerals, which are essential for cardiovascular, digestive, and nervous system health, as well as bone and joint health. Historically, the first berries appeared in ancient Rome. It is believed that cherries were first tasted by travelers in Kirasunta. However, for a long time, the berry was not popular. Then people began to notice that the fruit attracted birds, and the cherry got the name bird cherry. Many years later, at the end of the 15th century, the berry was renamed to the name we already know, cherry. Beneficial properties of cherries for the body. At present, cherries are not a medical remedy. However, its use in combination with other drugs helps with such conditions as high blood pressure, the likelihood of vascular thromboses, high blood cholesterol, low immunity, frequent colds, problems with the gastrointestinal tract. Cherries also contain vitamins and essential substances for the beauty of skin, hair, and nails. Cherries and diabetes. Mellitus. In this disease, it is necessary to limit the consumption of sweet foods. But cherries, despite their sweet taste, contain natural glucose, so the berry has a relatively low glycemic index of 25 units. Cherries can be eaten in small quantities by people with diabetes, because the berry is quite small and bitter. Cherries strengthen blood vessels and improve blood circulation due to their antioxidant and vitamin content. In diabetes, cherries should be consumed in their pure form. It is not allowed to make jam or compote. Cherries and pancreatitis. Inflammation of the pancreas requires adherence to a strict diet. In the first days of the disease is prescribed hunger. As the acuteness of the process subsides, the diet is gradually expanded. For patients with pancreatitis can be prepared kysel or stewed cherries. In a later period, the use of berry mousses or jellies is allowed. If the disease is chronic and is out of exacerbation, then you can include in the diet and fresh cherries. The main thing is to limit its amount, not exceeding 100 grams per day, reducing the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Consumption of any berries, vegetables, or fruits improves the cardiovascular system and reduces the likelihood of complications. These foods contain beneficial substances that improve blood circulation, reduce excess cholesterol, prevent blood clotting and thrombosis. Cherries in combination with other remedies help with arrhythmia and heart failure because they are rich in potassium, which strengthens the heart muscle and improves its contraction. The berry also helps to relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure. And the antioxidants in its composition protect cells from the effects of free radicals. For gastritis, inflammation of the stomach, it is necessary to follow approximately the same diet that we described in the case of pancreatitis. In the acute stage, it is forbidden to eat any berries and fruits, and when the condition improves, you can gradually include in the diet sour, stewed, and berry jellies. If we are talking about chronic gastritis in remission, then it is allowed to consume cherries and in fresh form. Unlike cherries, they do not increase the acidity of the stomach, so they do not worsen the course of the disease and do not provoke heartburn. In addition, it helps to get rid of constipation. Cherries contain fiber, which improves intestinal motility and promotes regular evacuation. This berry coats the intestinal wall and promotes healing of damage. Dried cherries are often used for irritable bowel syndrome. About 30 grams of the product is poured over water and allowed to infuse, then sipped several times a day. For constipation, cherries stimulate intestinal contractions and ensure the movement of its contents. It is particularly effective in reducing the motor activity of the intestine. Taking 150-200 grams of cherries daily will help normalize the stool and make it regular, and the process itself is painless. In gout, when metabolism is disturbed and there is an accumulation of uric acid salts in soft tissues, An important stage of control is observance of a diet with restriction of meat dishes. In this case, cherries are not a forbidden product. They can be safely consumed with gout, as they reduce pain in the joints and improve well-being. You can use cherries fresh and prepare useful decoctions with them. For example, you can boil 4 tablespoons of berry tails in a liter of water, strain the resulting drink, and drink 2-3 glasses a day. The anti-cancer effect of cherries is due to their antioxidants. These substances protect healthy cells from the effects of toxins, free radicals, and tumor cells. They prevent the development of mutations and the spread of tumors. Regular consumption of cherries is effective in preventing colon cancer. The benefit of cherries for women is that they help to normalize the hormonal background, which reduces pain during menstruation. It also improves blood rheology and prevents the formation of blood clots, which is important for girls taking oral contraceptives. In addition, this berry contains a whole complex of vitamins and minerals for youth and beauty of skin, hair, and nails. The benefit for men is that cherries are necessary to maintain the health of the heart and blood vessels. Berries have a positive effect on the genitourinary system of the stronger sex, protecting the prostate from the development of tumors and stimulating the production of male hormones. Sportsman cherries give a lot of energy for successful training. It is enough to eat about 100-200 grams of the product a day. As for the question of what is more useful, cherries or sour cherries, despite the external similarity, these berries have many distinctive features. They differ in their composition. Cherries contain fewer carbohydrates, but more minerals, and cherries are rich in glucose. At the same time, it has a low glycemic index and can be consumed with diabetes mellitus. Cherries have a glycemic index of 22, so it is safer in this disease. Cherries help relieve inflammation in the joints and alleviate diseases of the musculoskeletal system. It is recommended to include it in the diet for arthritis and gout. Cherry, due to melatonin in its composition, normalizes sleep and hormonal background in the body. Benefits of leaves and seeds of cherries. Not everyone knows that useful substances are not only in the berry itself, but also in its seeds, leaves, and tails. It is worth thinking before throwing away these parts. They can be used to make useful decoctions. For example, you can pour a tablespoon of crushed leaves into a glass of hot water. The resulting decoction has antiseptic properties, so it can be added to foot baths to prevent nail fungus. If you add a tablespoon of cherry tails to a glass of boiling water, then the stomach, low blood pressure, where compensation or severe course of diabetes mellitus, irritable bowel syndrome. If you are in doubt about whether or not you can consume cherries with your diagnosis, make sure you consult your doctor and discuss possible side effects. Let's take a look at how cherries can harm our bodies. First of all, if the berries were grown with the addition of toxic fertilizers, then when they are consumed, they will definitely enter the human body. Their influence is difficult to predict, so it is better to prefer cherries grown in natural conditions. To avoid this situation, buy cherries from trustworthy sellers. Secondly, uncontrolled consumption of cherries can lead to the development of diarrhea and abdominal pain, as well as aggravate chronic diseases. Therefore, control the amount of product eaten. Daily 150 and 200 grams are sufficient. This indicator is very individual for each person. With concomitant diseases, the daily norm of cherries can be much less, and conversely, for a perfectly healthy adult or child, even a larger amount will not cause any harm. For cherries to be useful and safe for health, it is better to buy them in the ripening season. Then the probability that they were grown in natural conditions is much higher. The best option, cherries from your garden if you yourself know the conditions of its cultivation and can be sure of its safety and benefits. Be sure to include this berry in your diet to saturate the body with vitamins and beneficial substances. This is the end of the video. On the channel, you can find many interesting videos about the benefits and harms of fruits and vegetables, as well as diseases and ways to treat them. So please do not forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the bell. I will also be grateful if you put a like and share the video with your family and friends.